Mr. Investor, welcome back to the channel, baby. Quick video here. We've got earnings call tonight. So before earnings call, I just wanted to run through as well something that I found. I think that we're going to have a revenue beat just by a few $100,000, maybe $10.5 million in revenue. We're still going to have a EPS that is going to be worse. So we're probably going to lose 90 cents per share. You know, they're burning money like crazy. I hope they can find a way to raise more money and to be efficient, because right now they're burning like 30 to 40 mil per quarter and they're making only 10 mil in revenue. So it doesn't look like their cash runway is going to last at all. And I think they've made very dangerous mistakes and very silly decisions and careless decisions with managing investors' money and not returning value to the investor. Anyways, I'm going to show you two tenders that I found. So there's a website called BidStats where you can check for UK laboratory service contracts. And I was looking for optical genome mapping. So as you can see here, let's see, there's lots of opticals, but where is the optical genome mapping? Right there, you'll see published Thursday, the 15th of February, 2024. It was closed before it was published. Boom. Oh, it was closed. Yeah, of course it will be closed. It was closed on the 12th of February, 2024, and then published on the 15th. So this is from the UK Research and Innovation. It is for the supply of laboratory equipment. And this went out to a company called Source Bioscience, which is based in Nottingham. The value was only £10,000, so it's relatively nothing. And it states that it was laboratory, optical, and precision equipments. So it may have been flow cells, or it may have been, you know, that's the money cost to have the rental for the equipment. The duration is only 3.5 months, and the value was £10,000. I'm not sure what they're researching. They didn't say anything there. They just put all the concepts there of optical genome mapping, laboratory, and optical equipment. Another one I believe was awarded on the 17th of January 2024. So this was to process human DNA samples using optical genome mapping. I really want to show you guys, but I can't pop this open. So if you type this in yourself, you might be able to find it. Optical genome mapping Cyprus tender. So the tender supply of bio-nanogenomics here. It's one of these, this contract here. So if you pop that open, it will say it's the Cyprus Institute of Neurology and Genetics. And the contract was for €63,000. It was an award for a contract of €63,000. So I think maybe they got a Sapphire system in there, or that was for several flow cells. But yeah, that award was within Cyprus. Now, because my videos aren't getting the views like they used to, we have 9,000 people here. Most of these people came to my channel for, you know, nano dimension, but also Occidental Petroleum, as well as bio-nanogenomics. The majority will probably be bio-nanogenomics and nanodimension. But if you click open that PHG Foundation, this was a video that I created probably about a few days ago. With regards to this PHG Foundation, it is a charity that is linked to Cambridge University, and they were exploring and having a briefing on optical genome mapping, the pilot programs that are currently running within, you know, the NHS, the UK hospitals, and what needs to improve about the machine, and why those pilot programs didn't immediately adopt optical genome mapping. So one of the problems was the throughput of the machine. And the emails that I had before as well is the cost. So the cost of optical genome mapping, although it may save on multiple tests, the NHS still found that it was quite expensive. That was coming out of Birmingham's Women and Children's Hospital. So as you can see here, this is Birmingham Women and Children's NHS Foundation Trust. I had this email back in 2023 in May. And I asked them, you know, about optical genome mapping. I told them I was a nurse and I wanted to look more into it because I was fascinated by the technology. So Anya said that she works at Women and Children's NHS Foundation Trust in Birmingham, and she's been involved in the validation of bio-nanotechnology in the department. So the request email was forwarded to her, and she was copying in another clinical scientist in the department. They've been working together on bio-nano projects. To answer your question, we cannot say at this point if OGM will be implemented into the NHS service. It's a very good technology with a lot of potential, but it has its own limitations, especially current throughput and relatively high cost does not meet our needs. So that was with the Sapphire system. Bionano is the technology which is rapidly developing, and the near future predictions include the improvements to the above limitations. So the Stratus. We are still finalizing the data analysis, preparing the publication and presentations, and are open to review it again when the new developments are introduced. So I think that, you know, Eric Comlin or whoever is part of the UK, I think there's a guy called Shafi or Rafi that is one of the heads in the UK for BioNano. They need to contact these guys back and issue and send them a Stratus and let them play around with the Stratus, because it has a higher throughput by four times, they claimed, compared to the Sapphire system. And I'm not sure if it's cheaper. I don't know how much flow cells cost now, but they used to be $500 a pop. Some people are saying they're getting them for 450 or 400s. But yeah, the lower they come, the more access the world has to optical genome mapping, especially in other countries like third world countries like Philippines, India, China. So yeah, with Source Bioscience, the one who got 10K back in 2023, they released this article on their website too, talking about providing the premium OGM service for high throughput rapid turnover structural variation detection and analysis. But if they get their hands on a Stratus, it will be even more high throughput. And I'm really interested to see if Eric Comlin's going to address CPT codes, FDA approval, anything that they've got up and coming for bionanogenomics, and talk about cash runway and how they're going to strategically make sure that we as investors don't get ripped off and diluted into oblivion, or, especially stay away from bankruptcy. How are they going to stay away from bankruptcy? What have they done to cut costs? How much revenue are they making now? Please, 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 please let there be widespread adoption and a massive revenue boost. If a CPT code comes in place and the Stratus is good enough, for example, miracles can happen. If the Stratus is good enough and the clients love it and the CPT code is there, and we see, so many adoption of machines and flow cell usage is through the roof, and we see it implemented into national healthcare system, a national healthcare service here in the UK, and we see it implemented into clinical routine care, then we stand a chance at being like, yeah, bionanogenomics is doing stuff. But at this moment of time, it looks like they're struggling. They're trying to maintain to survive. And I'm just hoping for the best for this earnings call. If I think they're going to have a revenue hit, they'll just exceed it by a little bit like they usually do. And they're going to have an earnings per share miss, and they're going to continue to lose money. Let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts and feelings are. Please remember, this is financial advice for entertainment only. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Thank you for all the donations. Every time I make content, I have to research and look and see what I can find on the net and then try and present it to you. So filming videos takes time, especially the editing. So thank you so much for valuing my time and donating to me and helping me out on the channel. I really, really appreciate it. Also remember, none of this is financial advice for entertainment only. And if you could hit the like, hit the subscribe, drop me some comments down below. Tell me what your thoughts and feelings are for this earnings call, and I'll catch you in the next video. Mr. Invest A Lot, over and out, baby.